All right, I am so pumped up after that crazy game 1. We are now moving on to a game 2 taking place on Twisted Meadows. We see ZhouXiXi spawning as the blue night elf at the 10 o'clock position on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, on the bottom right, we have Yumiko playing under the name Roberta, spawning as the red human. Human versus night elf on Twisted Meadows, and game 1 was absolutely so pleasant to watch and cast. I'm almost disappointed for game number 2. I don't believe that game number 2 can actually live up to the hype, or is it just going to be one of those standard games? Hopefully, regardless, these two players will be playing a very interesting game as an Altar of Kings, which importantly is not being sped built at this time, now adding in that Altar of Kings. Now, this is a very interesting strategy by Yumiko. Yumiko, instead of trying to scout out and see if his opponent is in this unfavorable location here, he's actually just trying to scout out and figure out if he can find his opponent. If he can see an Ancient of War here, or perhaps an Ancient of War here, he will then have a good idea of what his opponent is up to. All right, there goes that militia running around the corner. Is it going to spot that Ancient of War? And yes, it is. And oh, what's interesting about this is that the positioning on this peasant makes it very difficult for ZhouXiXi to actually know where his opponent had come from. All right, Wisp now going to make its way up over here, and he's going to spot that, hey, my opponent is actually not in this location. What exactly is going on? Altar of Elders still not done. It looks like it will be Tavern Hero in game number 2. Night Elf players really liking that Tavern, picking up heroes and being able to delay that Altar of Elders. Militia now being brought forth. Town Hall on that Archmage. Archmage quickly running forward, is going to perhaps drop a Water Elemental, but not before the Null Wardens waste that Purge. Alright, Militia now making their way over, and now down goes that one Wisp. No, the Wisp is now just being backed off here. There is some damage being added. There is the Purges as the Panda now comes in from the back. Alright, this could be a very bad day. The Militia now trying to get some damage back onto the Panda. The Panda, however, getting a very good breath of fire, and this is not good for Yumiko at all. Yumiko is going to end up losing that Water Elemental, may end up losing a peasant or two if he's not careful. There goes another peasant there as he now turns around and now going after the Archmage. Archmage taking those arrows in the back. Panda getting in a free shot or two as well, as we're still looking at a fight here. 3 archers and a Panda against Yumiko, who has not taken down the Null Overseer yet, only the Null Warden, and doesn't have any items. The Panda has to be extremely careful though. It is rather low on hit points, already down to 230, and it needs to get more mana, but somehow getting stuck behind an archer, that is not very good at all, as the archers are now going to be heading off to the north. Alright, let's gonna see what's gonna happen here. There's the Archmage. There's all those footmen now gathering together. Down over here, Wisp is gonna finally scout out his opponent after enough time, as the Ancient of War is currently absorbing a whole bunch of damage. Yumiko comes in here, gonna take down that Ancient of War. It looks as though the Ancient of War taking a lot of damage. Oh, a boulder stunning the archer, not allowing for a Shadow Meld. That was a huge loss there, as the footman now trying to run back. Alright, let's see what's going to be happening next. Damage is being dealt to that poor Panda, as the archers quickly break Shadow Meld in order to get some extra damage here. Water Elemental. It looks as though the archer is going to be able to survive here. Almost has a surround on the Archmage. That was going to be a surprise there. No, not quite a surround there, as the archers are now trying to get back. Alright, one more fireball should do it. Is it going to do it? Oh, gets the heal off from the one Moonwell, and heals again just in time, as the archer still sitting together. Alright, back off over here. The Water Elemental is attempting to take down this Ancient of War. Ancient of War has taken a bit of damage, but it looks like it will just continue to regenerate those hit points. What else is dealing damage? You can see one Forest Troll down over here attempting to take down the Ancient of War, as the Huntress Now, shadow melding as well. So far, Wisp now going to make their way over. Are we going to perhaps see a detonation? No detonation. Oh, yes on a detonation, but no taking down of the water elemental. Not quite sure why the water elemental did not fall there, as the water elemental now trying to get away. Is it going to fall due to the timer or an arrow? It looks like it fell, but I don't believe any experience was gathered. It was taken down by Yumiko himself. Panda now continuing this chase off over here. The rock golem has not tossed a boulder anytime recently, and that's always what you have to be careful of, as the rock golem can inadvertently stun one of your own units, which does cause a bit of a problem. Arcane Vault now being built very quickly. Archmage chasing after those huntresses. The footman trying to get away. The huntress gonna have a very easy time chasing down this footman here. There's a glaive. There is not another glaive, as the units are now all looking to back off, as the Archmage is on the center portion of the map, still sitting at level 1. And this is looking like ZhouXiXi has a definite advantage here in game 2. The footmen do not have the backpack upgrades. Staff of teleportation to head back home. Archmage gonna use that scroll of regeneration to heal up all of those footmen once more, as the footmen are still sitting off over here as well. So far, Wisp and huntresses are still sitting down over here. You can see a little bit of an engagement. Ancient of War tanking a lot of the damage from the rock golem, and the rock golem looks like it could be falling here anytime soon. Rock golem slowly getting picked apart here, as we see another boulder hitting this archer down in this position here. So far, the Goblin Shredder should be able to really just finish these Troll Trappers. You can see that the Troll Trapper, how much damage it does take, now going after the Forest Troll High Priest. So much damage to be had. There's Dust of Appearance, and it looks as though, yes, an archer will get taken down. There goes one. Are we going to perhaps see another archer getting taken down here? Ancient of War is still in position, as the Archmage is now going to go ahead and get a free Ancient of War off of this creep camp, and perhaps even this Troll Trapper. This Troll Trapper, Archmage, now sitting at level 2. More units are reinforcing. The Alchemist is now the second hero. The second time in as many games in game 2 here, as we are now looking to go into a Blacksmith and an Arcane Sanctum. This could be that Rifleman strategy that we saw moments ago. Not quite sure why long-range rifles are not being upgraded. You do not need the Blacksmith to upgrade those long-range rifles, as the Alchemist is now clearing up this very easy green Null creep camp. Huntress and archers now off to the north. Meanwhile, Alchemist still just dilly-daddling around in the backfield. You can see that the Archmage is now coming in, and this is going to be a rather dangerous situation. As you can see, the Ancients of Lore have taken a bit of damage. Alright, Ancients of Lore taking a bit of damage. Meanwhile, the one Goblin Shredder is just trying to hide here in the back. Is it going to be able to do exactly that? The Goblin Shredder now fighting back as best as it can. Not going to be able to do so, and now the Mass Wisp Detonation Army coming into play. Multiple Wisps have been taken down. You can see that the Troll Berserker is now trying to back off as well. There's a Breath of Fire dealing even more damage, and a Scroll of Town Portal to try to heal all of those units, and the Troll Berserker does stay alive ever so barely. Another Wisp getting taken down there. Meanwhile, the Troll Berserker and the Archmage picking up a Clarity Potion as well. Is that Archmage going to have enough mana for this upcoming fight? Alchemist is sitting at level 1 still, and is now waiting to see what we're going to be doing here in the middle portion of the game. So far, both sides sitting at level 2 on their primary heroes. Secondary heroes have yet to be chosen yet. We are seeing a Tree of Ages, and now the Panda is just by his lonesome self with 3 huntresses trying to clear out more creep camps. No backup hero at all, and the Archmage may be able to catch up here. One more shot should do it. Actually, I don't even think one more shot will do it. He needs like 2 more shots to do it now, as the Huntress is extremely fast, and it looks like it will just get taken out by the creep camp off to the north. Rifleman looking to get away from that Huntress. Huntress looking to catch up to that Rifleman. Archmage is in position, and the Archmage does not have enough for a Water Elemental as of yet. There are simply too many units, and he is going to be backing off, as the Alchemist now sitting at level 2, maybe getting level 2 or level 1 Acid Bomb at level 2 for more armor debuff. Alright, so far that Archmage is still looking to regroup his grounds, and if he's able to regroup here, he's going to have a pretty good position. He has both of his heroes now. He is already sitting at Keep. He has dual Arcane, or single Arcane Sanctum with an Arcane Vault, so he can in fact train pretty much all of the units under the sun, save for Griffins and Knights. Almost all the units at tier 2 if he in fact also built a workshop. But with so many riflemen, he doesn't need a workshop, since the riflemen are going to be staying alive for a rather long time, and the alchemist, who's currently sitting at 30 mana, could easily heal past any sort of breath of fire that the Panda would do onto them in a short amount of time. Alright, Archmage now looking to back away here. You can see the Creep Jack is coming in. There's a whole bunch of Huntresses. There is some of that damage, and now what's going to be happening next? Alright, are we going to see that Null Overseer getting taken down? Yes, we are, and now we are looking at a Panda who does currently have level 2 armor, or level 3 armor total. Sorry, not the Panda, the Alchemist seeing that level 3 armor total, looking to clear out and clear things up. Alright, another Breath of Fire. Militia now being brought over once again. Are we going to see the Scroll of Regeneration? No, we are going to see instead Healing Spray, as the Footmen are now going to try and engage. Alright, Panda sitting on 160 mana, 430 hit points, and we are still waiting to see what this Panda is looking to do. The Panda does have a Sobi Mask and also Claws of Attack. This could be extremely important, as the Panda now just taking damage after damage after damage. This is not looking good. 147 and continuing to fall, as the Panda is just doing its best to actually path away, or getting away there, but not going to work. There is an Acid Bomb, and I don't know how much damage the Acid Bomb does, but it doesn't slow. One more shot would just be enough, and oh, it does get taken out, and I believe the Acid Bomb was actually what did it in. Level 2 on the Archmage, or level 3 on the Panda, level 2 on the Archmage, as the Archmage and the Alchemist still looking to clear out off over here. Alchemist now seeing that level 3, level 2 Healing Spray, going to be more than enough to really keep this Rifleman and Piercing army alive. Yes, the Piercing army is generally very, very bad, except when you're going up against an Orc player, or in this particular instance, a player who is going Mass Dryads. Mass Dryads get absolutely torn apart by Riflemen, since the Riflemen deal bonus damage, and also the Dryads deal less damage to those Riflemen because of their medium armor. So what's going to be happening next? Alright, there is the attack there. We're going to see more and more abolish magic there, as the Panda now running off to the north. This is not looking good. Another Ivory Tower is going to fall. Rifleman continuing to fight here. And what is this Alchemist doing? He takes another Breath of Fire, but he needs a Potion of Mana in order to really make anything happen here. And this Alchemist is just essentially playing support at this point, keeping the units alive, making the most out of himself, making sure that his opponent is constantly targeting the Alchemist as opposed to the Archmage, which is really the crutch of this army, the backbone of this army, because of the amount of casters. If you take out the Archmage will pretty much get taken out very, very quickly. Dryads, Huntresses are all coming in together now, and there is that Moonwell about to be taken down. There it goes. One more Moonwell left. Dryads trying to poke down a couple of the peasants. However, the Panda is now sitting in the very, very far back, trying to hide behind some of those Ancients of Lore, which is obviously not going to work, as well, you can spot them. Alright, once these other buildings are gone, alright, there is another heal there. The Panda looking to perhaps regroup all of his units again. The Rifleman extremely powerful and extremely strong, sitting at 39 over 40 supply. Alright, there's a Breath of Fire, healing or dealing damage to the majority of the units. I think it was a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire, as the Alchemist is now in a bit of trouble. Low on mana, and has nothing to really show for it, except for a half-depleted base. Alright, the Panda now looking to back off. The Alchemist now looking to just take down these units. There is another Breath of Fire, still not working out in favor of them, and this is just incredibly, incredibly bad. Level 3 Archmage. A level 3 Archmage versus a level 3 Panda and also a level 3 Alchemist. All right, let's see what's going to be happening here. Tree of Eternity is about to fall. Wisp are now making its way over to try to reinforce. All right, guard Arcane Tower is about to be done. Huntresses are now looking to back off. Goblin Shredder is there as well. And as those Wisp are trying to repair, this is not looking good. Huntresses are now all down at the bottom, and it looks like ZhouXiXi is going to be the victor once again. Or, sorry, Yumiko is going to be the victor once again. Roberta is going to be the victor once again as we now go into... Two Rivers. ZhouXiXi now falling behind 2-0 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.